Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Riverbend Spring Scratch Start, episode 34. We have some work to do today. We got to get wood into that sawmill, so that's definitely one. We can probably sell some more canola. If we look at what's for sale today, the canola oil is supposedly at top, so we'll probably sell the rest of those. Bread may or may not be at top, but that's fine. Our planks and wood, we can sell that stuff. And I don't think we have enough eggs to make that worth it. But that bread is looking pretty cool. I'm interested in selling the bread. And it looks to me like it's about maxed as it is. So I think we're just going to sell the bread today. 35.44 to the restaurant, since that's where we're headed with the oil anyway. So first thing we're going to do is get that loaded up and sold. Although it did look like it's still going up, so we're going to give it a little bit of time, I think, whilst we possibly do our wood loading. Gotta get this thing not on the ground. Yes, there we go. So we have a lot of bread to carry. In fact, quite a lot of bread. So that'll be an interesting loading experience, with it being on the bakery, being on that hill and everything. We're doing pretty good on money, so that's cool. But I think, yes, we're gonna go get another. Oh yeah, I put this here to remind myself we need to spread fertilizer. So fertilizer, wood, selling the bread. Right. The easiest thing to do would be to do the wood first. Get a little bit closer so we can see the action. And right. One of you trees needs to come down. Who is it? Who is the lucky winner? Oh, you guys already are down. So it's just about dragging you over. And that gave us how much? A whole 2,000. Yippee. Right. Well, we'll get this. Hello. Oh, I somehow dropped it. I don't even know how I dropped it. Oh, that's gonna actually go through the gate or not. So we're gonna take it this way. So we don't drag our trailer or anything. Right, well, I guess we'll still have to cut a tree down somewhere. But I doubt that's... Oh, 9,000. That'll be enough for a couple of months. Okay. We're good there. Now it's just about getting over and getting everything buttoned up on the fertilization front. I installed a new planter, 6 meters wide, does direct drill, so we can avoid the tillage issues, and we can move away from plowing and back to a no cultivate, no plow mode where we just run the hoe in time. If we own the hoe, we might as well use it. It'll probably improve our environmental score, and we'll have to give that a shot, because I think that's the way you do it in precision farming, as opposed to the plow shortcut I was doing. Still want that bigger tractor, but less important, or less urgent if we're not going to be plowing much. So we're just going to get over here and, oh, I gotta go buy the stuff. I'll see you back. I'll see you when we're at the field. Okay, I grabbed 2 big bags of fertilizer and put them in here, so we're at 2,500. I hope it's enough. We're just going to get this guy fertilized properly. Should be nice and quick. Oh, and no more space for eggs, so we'll have to do that as well. Alright, that's complete, and as nitrogen as it's going to get. And we can get to work on fixing our egg problem. And yeah, we can fix our eggs. We can fix everything else. Still got to go get that bread sold. Once we're done with all that stuff, we'll be at loose ends. We can figure out what to do. Alright, if I can learn how to drive, we're taking our first load to the restaurant. I'm just going to sell everything to the restaurant. I know they'll buy it all. I'm sure they need eggs. Maybe I'll get a little less, but rather than going out to the canning factory, etc., etc., we'll just, yeah, so 25,000 bread on this load, and we have remaining, another 39,000 liters, so another 39 pallets in the bread in the bakery. I'm not even sure. That may actually be 39,000, with like 39 pallets that are still inside the bakery and haven't to be put out on the you know, on the trigger. So we'll see, but it's at least one or two more trips. Obviously, we'll have more room for bread next time without the eggs and whatnot. But I'll see you at the restaurant. All right, here we are, ready to fill our first load. Whew. That's the money. We're gonna have the planter and the tractor this month. We're gonna get that JCB. I want the speed. In fact, no, we won't get it yet. I think I do want a forklift though. I think another one of the Palfinger forklifts. In fact, I'm just going to buy that now. We're going to leave it at the bread factory because that is just too much. If I can remember where, yeah, forklifts. Yeah, these guys are cheap and effective. Shall we make it brown for bread? Yeah, why not? Alright, this guy's just going to live at the, that guy's just going to live at the bakery. I hope I haven't messed up. I'm pretty sure we'll still have both the planter and the other bit today. If not, I won't be too far along until we get it, but I'll see you back at the bakery. Or actually at the store where I'm going to pick up that Palfinger. Alright, we're getting this thing up on here. That's good enough. Right, this ought to make loading a lot easier. Manipulating this this telehandler in that space was really a pain. Alright, hopefully this... have to unfold it though. Hopefully this works a little better. Although, it's got a bit of a problem with offsets now. But it'll be okay. I'm not doing it from the end anymore because I don't have the forks aren't that long. Yeah, this is already feeling better. Alright, let's pick those piles up. Feels a bit precarious, to be honest. But we're doing it. We're doing it. It's happening. The idea, of course, is to get as many as possible on here. Right, we gotta fix that. Okay. Now this thing will... fit right. Okay, cool. And maybe now things will line back up properly. Still having a bit of an issue here with the angle. What is happening? I'm going to use the magic of super strength to get that line back up. And maybe these things will populate aligned again. I'm doing a much worse job of lining these things up though, unfortunately. And I thought we had 39K. Maybe that was including what was already on the trailer. But that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully this will still be enough, and the purchase of this forklift won't have totally killed us off. Although if I'm going to load these manually every time, I think we ought to really consider the big truck, the big flatbed that this forklift actually belongs to. But for now, we can just plant her right here. And look, yep, okay. Well, that's not going to be another 100K, that much is certain. But hopefully it will be enough. And if we look at, well, rolling down this hill is probably not the best time to go looking at menus. But if we look at the menus, yeah, we could sell the straw next month, and we still have wood to sell. So I think we're going to be back up to where we can afford at least the tractor, and very soon the planter as well. So again, I'll see you at the restaurant. All right, back at the restaurant with our last load of bread. I was kind of hoping we had more, but we've got what we've got. Another 50 grand, that works for me. Back to the house to pick up the wood, and then we'll finally be able to go shopping. Alright, here we are at the wood sales location that has the best prices. And bam, another 13K. With no environmental score award for that. And now I don't remember whether I was getting one. Probably not, given that it's kind of unrelated. But we've got a good amount of money now, so it's definitely time to go shopping. We can sell that Great Plains cedar assuming I don't overspend on the tractor. We do want the tractor. First, regardless, so that I can run back here and pick up the seeder and drop off the seeds and all of that fun stuff. Right. Let's go shopping. Now I still think the JCB goes 70. And obviously we need to stick to, yeah, the rest of these guys all go 50. In fact, the JCB is the only one who goes 70. He doesn't even, none of these guys, I guess this Fent goes 60. But then it only goes up to 415 for an additional whole bunch of money. So let's look at this guy. 5,000 for the updated engine. Window control. Don't need window control. I think we want the wides. No wheel weights, but that's fine. I don't care about beacons or strobes or markers. Yes on the GPS. Yes on the horns. Yes on the extinguisher. Yes on the Asaria Pro. More accurate fertilization. We're going to leave it default colors because that's a pretty cool yellow. And 310. Okay. Yep. We buy it. And our new tractor is here. Look at that guy. And we'll have a look at the interior. Lots of little flippy switches and pushy buttons and all kinds of stuff here. Yep. Oh, look at all that. And a jump seat too. Cool. Well, let's get that set up. Alright. Now we're talking. Maybe we can put narrow wheels on the other one to run the hoe. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think we'll get narrow wheels for the Cyber Tractor, and then we'll be sure that hoeing doesn't end up damaging the crop. Coming back with this because it's fast. I'm going to sell off this Great Plains seeder. Assuming we can manage to hook up to it. Yeah, cool. We need to dump the seeds off. Yep. And we'll go sell this thing off and get yeah. Alright, here we are. We're gonna repair it and we're gonna repaint it and we're gonna sell it. Goodbye, Great Plains. Right, now we're gonna buy the new planter or seeder that I installed. Right, the Mascar, Montana. I'm not sure what the difference is other than color. So 1,600 liters, 6 meters, 1,600 liters, 12, 6 meters, 120. Right. The question is, we've got 93. Do we want to actually go a little better? I think we can't afford it. But then there's the question, do we really need to own a seeder at this stage? Like, maybe we should just hold out. Like, lease one of these better ones. Like that guy. Right? Now, this guy is not necessarily a direct drill. Like this guy here is a direct drill. 8 meters. This is one of my favorites, although it's not direct. But this guy, 8 meters, decent enough, direct. Leasing costs $9,000. We do that, we plant all our fields up with it, and we're golden. I do believe that that is kind of the way to go. We can save this money or buy another field. In fact, it might be a good idea to check and see what's planted in that one field and buy that. Because, well, we need it once a year, 9K a year release cost. It might be the way to go. I feel like a speed racer in this thing. But I think we've done everything we need to do today. We've got that last field fertilized. We've sold all the products. And we've bought our tractor. 400 horsepower and 70 kph. Is there even anything in that field? We'll have to wait to plant grass on it until we're ready to rent the withered green beans. Needs lime. Yeah, so I could wait for him to okay, come on now. Thank you. Right, 59 cat. I could wait for the owner to make it better so I don't have to do quite so much work to it. We've got a couple of months before we're ready to plant anyway. We got to go through February, right? And then other stuffs we need to do is sell the straw in January. And that's it. We get that oats in. So this is where I want to do sheep and possibly goats or something along those lines. But I want to get grass down before I put the sheep in. So I could just plow it. I now have the ability to easily plow things. We're not going to be harvesting the grass. So we could buy it just to own it. Or, you know, we do have a big old loan. Although that is being held at bay by the lettuce. Yeah, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. Yep, we're going to let it be. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And I will catch you next time.